Number 12 is called Free Mix, and we're soloing over the same kind of chord progression as Freeway Jam by Jeff Beck, but it's really just a static vamp on one chord, so they call it a modal vamp. So I'm going to take you through some ideas that you can do over this G Mixolydian vamp. And it's important to have these kind of things together because what are you going to do if you have one chord? To sit there and play a G chord the whole time? I don't think you're going to keep your gig that long if you do that. Let's check out some cool stuff. One of the most difficult things to do is to vamp on one chord because you're pretty limited as to what you can play. The vamp that I'm doing is based off of Freeway Jam by Jeff Beck, but it's plenty of things. It's just a G Mixolydian groove. So I'm really just pounding on a G, up to the F or down the F. So as a guitar player, you're going to go. Nobody wants to hear that. It's terrible, terrible. So what we could think about is a G Mixolydian chord progression. Well, the fingerboard can suddenly open up. G Mixolydian is the same as C major, if you want to think about it that way. It contains the same notes. We want to call it G Mixolydian because that's what it is. Now, I did a lot of things. Let me just show you some of my favorite little maneuvers that I can do here. A lot of it incorporates the open strings because we're in the key of G, and all of our open strings are contained in the key of G Mixolydian. First one, G7 is spelled G, B, D, F. I can play the F and the G together, and I love that sound. And I can bring that down because I'm going to think about the G Mixolydian scale, which is G, A, B, C, D, E, F. And you notice I'm bringing a lot of that G string to ring out against the notes. I just love the way that sounds, really kind of rootsy rock. So now I've got my C to B, and I can maybe get my B flat to B, and then my G. So I can do some of those pull-off licks too. So I'm pulling off from B flat to G, F to the G again, maybe slide my E to the F. So I'm really playing off of this idea. Okay, what was that? That's kind of fun. I can get the blue note in there, which sounds nice. So the fingering of just 3rd fret, 2nd fret open string. And I keep on moving up to the open string, so let me show you slowly here. So I'm going up from the D string, I'm playing E to F, to the open G, then back down, to the open D, and now I want to go to the open D. And you can really mess around with it. And get kind of bluesy. You can slide that all around. Okay. Next kind of concept there is to move around the sixths. The sixths are incredibly important when you're playing guitar, especially in rhythm guitar playing. So I can take a G major scale, G mixed Lydian scale, and work through my sixths. G7 chord. Now, one little move that I did up here that I really love is I'm on my sixth here. I've got a B and a G, which is actually the third and the root of a G chord. Now I can slide up my second finger and get that C to get a cool sus sound. It's definitely a cool sound on that G chord. Hey, Eric, can you run the track? So that move. I'm going to bring it down. I can give it 6 again. See how kind of punctuating it? 3, 4, and... Okay, so... Nope. So I made a mistake. What do I want to do? Find that good note to bend it to or to slide it to. Okay, turn off the track for me. And what I'm doing there is I'm not really playing anything super strong melodically. They're all little thoughts and ideas because I don't want to interfere with a soloist or vocalist. So little rhythmic hits and punches. So I might repeat the rhythm, but like I said, I'm not going to play a really strong line because that will probably interfere with what somebody else is playing. So I highly, highly suggest you kind of play along with this track and just experiment.